Hey folks, SoloGamer here. We're going to be playing another game of Mansions of Madness, and this time we're playing another print-on-demand expansion. We're playing the Yellow Sign, and with me is my daughter Caitlin, and she's going to be playing the Heroes, so it won't be fully a SoloGamer experience. And let's read how the story starts. It's basically you wake up with a violent jerk, finding yourself on the floor of the Arkham Playhouse amidst a riotous congregation. Men and women of the theater audience run and howl up and down the aisles while a few members of the Arkham Police Department attempt to maintain order. After a moment of trying to remember why you are here, you manage to get to your feet, assist a couple other surprisingly sane survivors, and make your way to the lobby. There you catch a moment respite. What is this, you ask, searching for answers from your new companions' faces? Unfortunately, they look just as confused as you. Suddenly, the doors to the theater burst open and a well-dressed man scurries through, chased by a heavy-set policeman. "He comes," the mad gentleman exclaims. "The king comes. Roll out the carpets. He shall rule from Carcosa and reign in..." The man's last words are cut off as a large policeman knocks him to the ground. "You shall rule from a cell tonight, you loon." "What is going on?" you ask the officer. He gives you a queer look as he handcuffs the mumbling lunatic under his hefty bulk. "You all take a nap during the show, did you?" he asked with a hint of ill humor. "Consider yourself fortunate, else you might have turned rabid like these goons. I'd like to strangle whoever wrote this cursed play." At that, one of your new companions produces the show's playbill, The Court of Carcosa by Julian Glenn. The name suddenly jolts your memory. Julian Glenn is the new theater professor and playwright visiting Miskatonic. You were hired to investigate his works by a member of the Stage Writers Guild, accusing Glenn of plagiarizing someone else's work. You quickly set out to search for this playwright's whereabouts. And then we have the little prologue here. Julian Glenn's home is a quiet sanctuary from the madness erupting all over town, spreading from Arkham Playhouse like a virus. You make your way across the lawn towards the house, but are suddenly startled by a man who dashes ahead of you. "Oh, I'm late. Rehearsals are starting. I've got the lines down." He bolts past you without taking notice, barreling into Julian's house. In his wake, he leaves fluttering pages from a script. You bend over to pick up a page that's hastily scribbled on. It says, "Wait in the closet until the end of Act 1. And then begin the ritual." Sounds a little weird there. Okay, and I'm going to start out with 4 threat. And let's see what else I'm going to start out with. And I draw 1 Mythos card. Alright, so I have begun. So now it is your turn. Of course, you are there. And so you can decide whoever you want to go first or anything like that.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Monterey Jack to go first.
Okay, and he's got a trusty revolver with him, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. And you know he's this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's gonna go 1, 2, and 4.
Alright, we have a Act 1, Scene 7. The words Act 1, Scene 7 are written all over the walls in the room. Maybe it's a reference to the play. You may not explore past this card. Okay. Alright, now Dexter.
Okay. He's gonna go in here.
Uh-huh.
Explore.
Alright. And this is Anchored Key. You find a strange key protruding from a shelf. No matter how hard you pull, it will not come free. You may not explore past this card. Okay, so that was 1, 2, and you still have 1 more move as him.
Okay, I'll go back out here.
Okay. Alright, so now it's my turn, so I will put a time token on the clock here. And I'll gain 2 threat. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, who's got the better willpower of you guys? Okay, well, Dexter here, I want you to do a willpower test, -1.
Okay.
I'm going to spin a threat to do that. Okay.
Well, can I use my luck?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your willpower would be 8, -1 is 7.
Oh, I got 8.
Alright, so you failed. Alright, so I'm going to give you one of these cards. Okay, so what I did was I made her test and do this yellow sign, and this is an event. It says immediately receive one random King's Court card from the keeper supply, then discard this card. So I'll discard that card, and I randomly shuffled these King Court cards, and I've given her the top one. So you get the top one and you see what it says. Ooh.
The Gleeman.
You receive -1 luck. Cultists cannot damage you.
Okay.
And then if I wanted to, I can spend 3 threat to move you any of those number of spaces. I cannot move you into a locked room and discard this card. So I will put that right there above that character right there. Remind me. Okay, let me see what else I can do here. Who is Dexter? I'm going to spend, let's see here. I'm going to spend 3 threat, and I'm going to use Called by the King, and I'm going to make you move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Right here in the middle of nowhere. Okay? And that leaves me with 2 threat. And I'm going to spend 1 more threat, and I'm going to put a cultist on an altar space, and that can either be here or here, and I'll probably do it here. Okay, and I put a cultist there, and that'll be my turn. So now it is your turn.
Okay. So they said I can go past that point, right?
No, you may not explore. You can't explore, but you can still go through the door if you choose to.
Okay. Well, I guess, well, no, I'm gonna go. Well, I might as well, yeah, I'll go there.
1, okay.
Can I explore?
Yeah. First, you got to do a horror check.
Yeah.
So you have a wheel of 6, and you passed, okay. And you explore, and you find nothing of interest. Okay, so that's 2, so you still have 1 more.
Can I go through?
Yeah, you can go in there. Okay, but you can't explore. Okay, now it's Dexter's turn.
Okay. Well, I guess he's gonna go 1, 2.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. That door's locked. You can't get in there.
Right. Well.
You can see what the lock is.
Yeah.
And this is a padlocked door. You got to solve a puzzle to go in there. You want to do that? Okay, let's get that done. Okay, she solved the puzzle. So you can move in there. 2. And then you can explore.
Mm-hmm.
And we find Deck of Fates. And you find Prophetic Mirror. And the Prophetic Mirror means take 1 horror. You may then discard 1 King's card from any investigator.
Is this a King's card?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But I've already made you do that, so I can discard that. And then this one is you may discard this card on your turn to roll a die. That's actually kind of pretty cool card right there.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's an action. You can't do that. You already did your action. So it's my turn. So I'll gain 2 more threat. And let's put a time token on the thing. And we have our first event here. And this is... The entire house seems to swell with anticipation. Visions of a cryptic series of runes haunt you. Perhaps your subconscious remembers something from the play. The investigators choose 1 investigator to attempt room puzzle 8. If he solves the puzzle, each investigator gains 1 skill point. If he does not solve the puzzle is discarded without effect. Then the keeper places 1 maniac in either the entry or the secret passage. Okay, alright, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so We have the maniac there, we have the cultist there, and I have 3 threat. And I'm going to spit one of my threat to move the cultist. 2 spaces. 1, 2. Alright, so we did that. Okay. And then... So now we will start attacking. But first, we'll start with Monterey. Monterey's got to make a horror check. So make a horror check with Monterey. You failed. So we put a token here. Alright, now the cultist is going to attack you. The monster makes its special attack. The cultist performs a dark ceremony. Test the number of cultists in the room. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Okay, test. I got to do a test for him. Okay. And it says, fail. Something goes horribly wrong. Kill the cultist. So you got lucky on that. Alright. So now we do the maniac. And Dexter has to make a horror check. So make a horror check for him.
Against what?
He made it. Alright. Now the maniac's going to attack. The monster charges you screaming gibberish. Test your strength.
Can I?
Yeah. 9. You failed. It overpowers you and starts gnawing at your face. Take 1 horror and the monster damages you. So you get another horror on him, and the monster does 2 damage. Okay. And then let's see here. I still have 2 threat left. I will play again, and I will make Dexter immediately receive 1 random King's Court card from... Alright, I'm going to make you test your willpower. You're going to be -1. Okay, so go ahead, test your willpower. Oh, you passed. Alright. Alright, so now it is your turn.
Okay, well, I guess Dexter's gonna try to attack now with his sharp and blunt melee weapon.
Okay. Alright, ranged. No. Melee weapon. You swing low, aiming for your opponent's knees. Test your strength.
I'm gonna try that one.
Okay.
Got
it. Alright. It says, your enemy drops to the floor, crippled by your attack. Deal weapon damage and stun the monster.
Okay.
So your damage does 2, and you stun him. Okay. And now you can still can move if you choose to.
Okay. Well, I'll just stay there.
Okay, and now it's his turn.
Okay, I'll explore.
Okay, explore, and you find clue 4A. You find a large tome secured with a lock. A voice calls from outside. Why would he leave his notes in that old book? Muffled response. No, I've checked the front porch and the shelf is empty. Place 1 time token on the event deck. If the number of time tokens on the deck equals the time number on the next event card, resolve the card. Well, it doesn't, so we'll go ahead and put a time token on there. And you find this locked tome.
Is that to that? No.
Yep. Discard this card when you explore an anchored key to discard the obstacle card. Okay. Alright, now you still can do 2 movements if you...
Okay, I'm probably gonna go just 1. I'm thinking whether I should go ahead and go for that or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and go 2.
Okay. Alright, so now it's my turn, so we'll put a time token on the deck. And I'll gain 2 more threat. Let's see here. You do that. I'm gonna spend 1 token to get a trauma and mythos card. And then I'm going to spend another trauma threat, to do this card right here. Who's there? The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. You spin around as a harsh voice calls your name, but no one is there. Take 1 horror. And I'm going to make Monterey take the horror, since he has the lowest. And that leaves me with 1 threat, and I'll go ahead and spin that. And I will make Monterey make a horror check, willpower check, do 6.
Put in my book.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it. All right. So I don't get to do that. Okay. So it's your turn now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get him to attack him.
Okay. All right. I'll take that stun token off because he's no longer stunned, but you can attack him. Let's see. You swing the weapon at your enemy's wrist. Test your dexterity.
Okay.
Alright. You cleanly slice off one of his hands. Deal weapon damage and stun the monster. So you stun it again, and you do 2 more damage. Jeez. And I guess you cut off his hand, but I guess he's so crazy he don't notice.
How do you not notice that?
He's crazy. Okay, now you can move if you want, or you can stay there.
I guess I will move.
Okay, you can move 2 spaces.
Okay. 1. Can I explore?
No, you remember your action was to attack.
Oh, well, I'll just stay there then.
Okay. Now it's Monterey's turn.
Alright. Well, he's gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Alright, and now it's my turn, and we'll put a time token on the thing, and that reveals a new event. Actors, the time has come to perform the last act. Please welcome our new cast and members. Each investigator rolls a die. The keeper may give 1 king court card from his supply to the investigator that rolled the lowest. Okay, so start with that.
Okay.
For Monterey, and roll another one for Dexter. Alright, so Dexter will get 1 king's court card. And this is, you cannot attack cult leaders, but cultists cannot damage you. The keeper may discard this card to make each other investigator in the room test a willpower. Okay, so we'll put that there. Alright. Then the keeper places Julian in the chapel. Julian is the named cult leader with +2 health per investigator. If Julian is killed, remove the open auditions keeper action from the card game. Okay, so I got to put Julian on the board. I gain 2 threat while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so now we have Julian on the board. I have 2 threat. Let's see what I want to do. Okay. I can move Julian up to 2 spaces, and I will do that. 1, 2. That leaves me with 1 threat, and I will make Monterey do a will check. Make Monterey do a will check. And he passed. Okay. Alright, so now it is y'all's turn, but we'll go ahead and end it here, and we'll come back next, and it'll be the player's turn. SoloGamer saying, see you then.